Have you ever used crystals and started to feel really sick? Or maybe you picked up a crystal and had it literally break in your hand? Then you're going to want to catch this video where I talk about the side effects of crystals. Hey, I'm Amanda from theintuitivewife.com, and if this is your first time catching one of my videos, hi, welcome, and if you are a regular, welcome back. Either way, I'm so happy to have you here, and I'm really excited to talk to you about the side effects of crystals. We all know and love crystals. We know that they do amazing things, from shifting the energy in a room and our bodies to grounding us and protecting us and helping us connect to angels, spirit guides, our intuition. The list literally goes on and on. But what people don't talk about is that sometimes there are side effects to crystals. Sometimes they make you feel nauseous or dizzy, or will literally break in your hand, and no one really talks about that, or even why and what to do about it, if there's anything you can do. So a lot of people forget that crystals are energy. Everything is energy. It's no different from when you meet someone for the first time and you walk away with that feeling. Something isn't right about them, I just don't vibe with them, for some reason I just don't like them. You can't explain it, you can just feel it. Something's off. It's no different with crystals. Not every crystal needs to be your friend. So what's interesting is it's not unusual for a crystal to make you feel dizzy or nauseous or to even break. If you've actually owned the crystal for a while and it is now just breaking in your hand, that's actually a sign from the crystal that its job here is done. You no longer need what it has to provide, and it's time for you to move on.
Bye!
And if you don't own the crystal and you pick it up and it breaks, that's also a sign from the crystal. You are not meant to work together. Not saying you're not meant to work together ever, but at least right now, this is not going to be a very good friendship. So move on to a different kind of crystal. It is very unlikely that you just picked up a weak crystal that happened to break. Please don't go pick up another one from the pile that's exactly the same, because it's not going to be very beneficial for you. So if crystals make you dizzy, there's a few different reasons for it, and it really does depend on the circumstances. So for example, if you are working with a practitioner and they're using crystals on you, or maybe you're hanging out at home clearing your chakras and you start to notice that the crystals you're using are making you dizzy, it really is a process of elimination. You have to remember that crystals are very powerful. We tend to forget that just because they are this big and fit in the palm of our hand doesn't mean that they're not powerful. We tend to bring them closer to us the smaller they are, thinking that the closer they are, the harder it has to work. It's like, oh, this poor little guy, like, he must not be that strong. It's really, that's not the case at all. It doesn't matter how big or small they are, they still are very powerful, high vibrating energetic stones. So obviously you're going to start with the crystal that is closest to your head. Start by moving it away. If you continue to feel dizzy when you move the crystal away from you, move it to another part of your body. In my experience, if my aura is very out there, I can't have a lot of things very close to me. And I especially can't have anything on my third eye chakra because I feel a whole lot of pressure and it's not comfortable. So you have to trust your body and trust the crystals and the energy that is emanating from them. If it's feeling too much, don't force yourself to work with it. Move it aside, and if it still hasn't relieved any of your symptoms, get it out of the picture. Now, if a crystal is making you nauseous, it's usually a sign that you're just not meant to work together right now. Usually the power, the energy coming from the crystal is just too strong for you right now. That doesn't mean you can't work together ever. It just means that right now isn't the time. Now, this could be as simple as you just need more practice and experience working with different crystals, because this eventually will start to raise your vibration anyway. And remember, crystals are very high vibrational beings. Sometimes it's very difficult to be down here, for example, and your crystal's up here. It's very hard to sometimes get on the same page. There's a lot of work for your body to do to raise your vibration, and also a lot of work for the crystal to do to help bring you up. So sometimes you just need to take baby steps. Work with different crystals, work more frequently with the crystals, just to try and raise your vibration a little bit, and then give that crystal a shot. If, however, the crystal just makes you so nauseous that you feel like you're going to vomit, don't work with that crystal. It's a sign that you're just not meant to be together. Of course, you can try again later down the road, and if you still have the same symptoms, it's not really that big of a deal. It's okay. You don't have to work with that crystal. Alright, and if you're finding this video helpful so far, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to leave a comment down below to let me know if you've ever experienced anything like this and which crystal made you experience the dizziness, the nauseousness, or broke in your hand. Now, I do want to mention that it is completely normal to experience sensations when working with crystals, especially if you are someone who is extra sensitive to energies. You could experience things like tingling in your body, or tingling or even pressure depending on the exact spot that the crystal is laying. You might feel almost like a tingling in your stomach, or like butterflies in your stomach. It's all completely normal. It's when it starts to feel uncomfortable that it's time to move the crystal away from you. Your body has had enough of it. Now, if crystals continue to make you feel ill, please stop using them. It's literally not worth it. Some people will suggest that you build your tolerance to these crystals. Honestly, I don't see the point. There are so many crystals, and there are so many that have overlapping properties. So if, I don't know, hematite isn't your thing, try black tourmaline. They have a lot of similar properties. It's not worth putting yourself through the pain and torture just so you can work with this one stone. Now, hopefully I didn't scare you if you're someone who hasn't worked with crystals before, because honestly, there's nothing to be afraid of. They're really cool to work with. It can really be a fun experience. If you're someone who wants to learn more about crystals, do check out the other videos that I have up on your screen right now to help you gain more experience, more comfort with crystals. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you sticking around right to the very end, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!